In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 16, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks versus Charlotte Hornets. The Atlanta Hawks will travel to the Spectrum Center on Friday night against the Charlotte Hornets in an Eastern Conference matchup. The Hawks are 9th in the East with a 14-15 record and are on a 2-game losing streak after a 135-124 road loss against the Orlando Magic on Wednesday. The Hornets are last in the East with a brutal 7-21 record and are riding a 6-game losing streak after a 141-134 overtime home loss against the Detroit Pistons on Wednesday. This will be the second of 4 games against each other, as the Hornets won 126-109 on the road back on October 23rd. Looking at the betting trends, the Hawks are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record, 20-41 against the spread in their last 61 road games, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Hornets are 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games against a team with a losing road record, and 20-8-1 against the spread in their last 29 home games against a team with a road record below .400. Head-to-head, the under is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings overall, and the Hawks are 4-10-1 against the spread in the last 15 meetings in Charlotte. The Hawks will be shorthanded again as DeJounte Murray, John Collins, and Clint Capela are all out, while the Hornets are still missing Mark Williams, Dennis Smith Jr., and Gordon Hayward. The Hawks are getting to the stage where they will take any win they can get, but they've really struggled lately and are coming into this one fresh off a bad loss to the lowly Magic. We've been fading the Atlanta Hawks a lot this season, and there's more and more flags that are popping up with this team. However, the Charlotte Hornets are in even worse shape with their 7-21 record, and they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 14 points. The Hornets lose at home by an average of 5 points. If the Hawks can't win this game, something is seriously wrong. So the Atlanta Hawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. These defenses have been atrocious as of late, as the Hawks are giving up 126 points in their previous 4 games, while the Hornets are allowing 127 points in their last 5 games played entering this game. Both teams have been pushing the pace enough to the point where they are going to get a good amount of possessions, as Atlanta is 7th in the NBA with 101.3 possessions per game, while Charlotte is 13th in the league with 99.8 possessions per game thus far. Bad defenses and getting a bunch of possessions throughout the game means this one is likely to end up being a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Sacramento Kings versus Detroit Pistons. On Friday, the Sacramento Kings will visit the Detroit Pistons for an inter-conference matchup at Little Caesars Arena. Sacramento, 15-12 straight up and 17-10 against the spread, defeated Toronto 124-123 on Wednesday. Detroit, 8-22 straight up and 15-12-3 against the spread, defeated Charlotte 141-134 on Wednesday. The Kings are 7-8 in road games this season, while the Pistons are 4-9 at home. The 2 teams played earlier this season, an 8-point Kings win back on November 20th. Sacramento closed the game on a 15-5 run and shot 55.3% from the floor with 62 points in the paint. Detroit shot 52.8% from the field and won 5 of 9 from 3-point range, but couldn't close out the game on the road. Looking at the betting trends, the Kings are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team with a losing record, and 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 games following a win. The Pistons are 1-3-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 8-1-2 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a winning record, and 3-1-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 10-4-1 in the last 15 meetings in Detroit. The Kings are 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall, and the Kings are 4-1-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Detroit. The Kings are keeping an eye on Kevin Huerter, who is questionable, while the Pistons are still without Isaiah Livers and Cade Cunningham. The Kings are coming into this meeting as the team in better form, and they would have taken so much confidence from their gritty overtime road win over the Raptors on Wednesday. Without Cade Cunningham for the Detroit Pistons for the remainder of the regular season, it will be tough to imagine them being able to score enough to win games consistently and keep up with one of the best defenses in the entire sport. The defenses as of late have shown a big difference, as Sacramento is allowing 113 points in their previous 4 games, while Detroit is giving up 124 points in their last 3 games. Sacramento is going to be able to outscore their opponents and dominate on the floor to the point where Detroit is going to give up a major run. The Sacramento Kings keep winning games, and they're winning by an average of 13 points in the favorite role. The Detroit Pistons are banged up, piling up the losses, and they even lose at home by an average of 7 points. It's weird to back the Kings in the favorite role, but the numbers suggest this being a strong W for the Kings. So the Sacramento Kings to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When looking at the adjusted defensive ratings throughout the course of the season according to dunksandthrees.com, the Kings are 20th in the league with a 113.4 rating, while the Pistons are 29th in the NBA with a 116.6 rating. These teams are also on the top half of pushing the pace this season, as Sacramento is 6th in the NBA with 101.8 possessions per 48 minutes, while Detroit is 15th in all of basketball with 99.7 possessions per 48 minutes thus far. The over is 10 to 4 to 1 in their last 15 games against one another played in Detroit. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Orlando Magic versus Boston Celtics. This Friday, the Orlando Magic will travel to Boston to take on the Boston Celtics. Tip-off will be inside TD Garden. These two teams matched up earlier in the season, as the Celtics walked away from that game with a 126-120 victory. The Orlando Magic are coming into this one after defeating the Atlanta Hawks 135-124. They look great on the offensive end of the court, as they will have to stay efficient if they want to challenge the Celtics on the road. The Boston Celtics are entering this matchup after defeating the Los Angeles Lakers 122-118 in overtime. They will have to be better on the defensive end of the floor if they want to challenge the Magic at home. They allowed the Lakers to shoot 47.3% from the floor, as they have to contest more shots in this game. Looking at the betting trends, the Magic are 3-10 to 1 against the spread in their last 14 road games, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games against a team with a winning record, and 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Celtics are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 home games, 6-1 to 1 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team with a losing record, and 8-3 to 1 against the spread in their last 12 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Boston. The Magic are 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall, and the Magic are 7-15 to 1 against the spread in the last 23 meetings in Boston. The Magic are shorthanded once again, as Chuma Ope, Gary Harris, and Jalen Suggs are all out, while the Celtics are keeping an eye on Al Horford, who is currently questionable due to personal reasons. The Boston Celtics are going to be obvious big favorites at home, but they have been a bit shaky these last few games, and that includes winning their last 5 games by an average of just half a point. The Orlando Magic have quietly won 4 straight games, and they're a competitive team that loses in the underdog role by an average of just 3 points. The Magic have come to life with 4 straight wins, and they could very well pull off another upset, especially because the Celtics could be short in the front court once again. I'm sure the Celtics get the win, but this line just seems a little too hefty for me. A lot of free buckets here, so the Orlando Magic to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. I also like the over in this matchup. Boston is currently 15-13 to 1 and hitting the over, while Orlando is 14-14 to 1 and this season. The Celtics are playing at a pace of 101.1, which ranks 14th, while their offensive efficiency is 116.8, which is the best in the NBA. The Magic, meanwhile, play at a pace of 98.7, which ranks 24th. However, with how Boston moves the ball and can score a ton quickly, Orlando will be forced to play quicker. Meanwhile, in the Celtics' last 10 games, the games are averaging 231 points per game, while Orlando's last 10 games are averaging 224 points per game. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.